Hello guys, in this video I want to show the instructions for the little car I made, sports car that I made. And here you will see the parts list with all the connectors and everything that you need, clips and rods. Be aware that you need the flexi rod, but some parts, for example the black rod, is just for aesthetic purposes, as of the other cars as well. The rims are just the standard ones. Okay, let's start. We'll start by making the rear axle, and I've already assembled some pieces, so it's a little easier for me to build. I think you can keep up with most of it when I'm building. As you can see, I'm using these hinge pieces, the black ones, to create a hinging effect on a rod. And now I'm going to attach the actual hinge that you see on the middle of the screen first. And why I do that, you will see in a moment, because I will attach the last part, which is this clip, the nose clip, it's often referred to. And what the nose clip does is create this parallel motion so that the axle will remain horizontal. And lastly, I attach this part. It's just to keep everything in place. Now I bend these down and I add the flexi rod, as you can see. And this is some kind of spring effect. So you can see it bends a little, but it's allowed to bend, so that's okay. Something went wrong here, so I'm re-attaching. There we go. It's done. And now we will move on to the next step, which is the front of the car with the steering mechanism. So it might look complicated, but it's not that much. You see some white clips over there, some nose. What I'm doing here is incorrect. You need to turn it around, but I should realize that. So turn it around, make sure all the silver rods are in the holes. Then I move these up, I slide them in like that, so it's attached. Over here you get the same kind of mechanism, which I personally designed, and probably this is going to fail at some point. Yeah, it's not working yet because I didn't see that it is. So as you can see, it's not very, it's a bit fragile, but once it's in place, it stays well. And you can see the steering motion here. Now we're going to add these two bushes, spacers, and then we'll move to the next part. This is the middle of the car, and it's just a little frame with two white clips attached. This is a side of the frame, so you don't forget to add the ball joint over there. Basically what you do is just attach it on the 3 points there in the middle, front. It's going to be the front of the car. Now we are going to add the middle, so all the gears and stuff. So you might want to pause this part of the video because it go over it quite quickly. So there's this rod, and over here I demonstrate that if you attach it, it stays firm. And here I do the same, and now I put this over over, and this will later lock in gear, lock in place with the top gears. I'll demonstrate over here. So make sure what is important with this set is, of course, that you take your time and do it slowly, but also if you select the gears, the gray gears, they have to fit really tightly on the rod ends. That's very important. So first of all, I attach it on top, then this part connects with the white clips here, then I put in the middle rod and last I add this part over here. And make sure that everything can move smoothly. And here you can see already that the gears, they are not quite interlocking. Now they are, so this is what we want. It's good. And what I do now is just attach the other side. Remove the rod for convenience. Here later actually the Y clip should be pointing upwards. I don't correct this, I'll correct this later in the video, as you will see. But it should be pointing upwards. So I attach it over here. In the middle, I have some difficulties. Detach it, as well. And over here. Now everything is secured in place, and I add the last. Now I check again if everything is running smoothly. As you can see from both top and from the front, everything is working as I want it to be. And now we can move on to the next part, which is attaching the rear of the car. As you can see, I'm moving this a bit to the side so I can put in this piece in between. As shown, this silver rod needs to clip in the white clip. In place again. This still works. I like to check if something still works or not, especially with the gears and stuff. So you will see me doing that more often. Now we're going to grab the rear axle and push this rod completely to the front. It's a bit over the gear. Now attach it over here, and this could be is a bit difficult at times. So now I need to lift over the blue rod and click it in place, and then I move everything to the front so that on the bottom, as show here, everything's attached. And then it's a matter of putting the rods in place, not too much to the front. So yeah, everything is still smooth, that's good. And now to the front of the car, as you can see, oh, this is wrong. I have to correct the white clip, that's good. Now touch the front of the car, steering mechanism. I put these rods a bit to the side. And then first I focus on the bottom two gears, and you can see they are locking the gears. It's moving a bit from side to side, but if I minimize this motion, and it works. Put the rods back, so that this is attached firmly. There's some difficulty there. It works in the end. That's good. And again, I check if everything works, and it does. Also, I recommend doing that while you're building. So now we're just going to add some details, some statics. This is some fake engine that I've built. Quite simple. Some ball joints, some spaces on top. And you need to put it, you need to lock it kind of, so put it down and then draw a V towards you. Then we're going to add the other side of the engine like that. And now it doesn't move anymore when we add the wheel on top of it. Again, this is all for aesthetics. And again, checking the steering if it still works. So here's the side parts. They're not that important. First to put them down and then slide them in. It's a bit wobbly, but that's fine. And the end result will be a bit more stable. And then we push them down. Now we are going to focus on the front of the car. No, no, the seats. I'm sorry. So here, there are these Y clips, and ball joints, and more Y clips. You rotate them a little bit so you get some back seats of the car, and you attach them to the middle, to the ends of the silver rod. You can also put them in the middle, that's fine, doesn't change that much. And you can reposition them a bit so they look how you want them. We add the steering wheel, it's just a Y clip, a ball joint, a black rod, and a wheel, black wheel. Now we move to the front of the car. There is this piece with a lot of ball joints and Y clips and stuff like that. Mainly for aesthetics. We do that on the other side as well. It's still a bit flimsy, but it will get sturdier in the end. Now here's a part we put in the rod with the Y clip to the back, facing the rear end of the car. Well, here's the headlights. You can remove that part. Here's the black rod that you will need. And here disassemble the headlights. As you can see, first put on this is the part that you will need. First put on the side light, then the middle headlight. Then you can attach it. Or you can first attach the indicator, and then the whole part should come to the middle one. Do the same for the other side. We're good to go. Now I forgot, let me notice quickly, I forgot to put in the black four-way connector. What I'm trying to indicate here is that it's important that you don't make sure the black rod doesn't stick out. You see I've noticed I made a mistake. We put in the black connector, that should go facing backwards. We add the black rod, and it fell on the ground. So here it's important that it doesn't stick out that much. That's very important, otherwise your car can just break the ground and you don't. The black sticks, or the hole gets in again. Then we add the whole thing and put it down as much as possible. Now here you see that the headlights are moving a bit incorrectly, so we put them so that it looks good. And so here we lift them up and put them in the whole four-way connector, and these we put to the sides. Let's most of it done. Now we can add the, what is it, bonnet, I think, bonnet of the car. Push that part a bit down, and pull it over, and we get this rest on here. Now we need a spacer, a blue one. If you have silver ones, they look even better. Make sure they clip to the gray and yellow rod, yellow sized rod. Here the same, don't forget the blue spacer, then the one-way connector. Attach everything. As you can see, it's a bit loose because actually I forgot something as well here. Why do I forget so many things? Well, because I am doing this from memory. I don't have instructions myself, of course, with models, and then sometimes something goes wrong. So now we're going to work on doors. As you can see, these lock in place. That's the motion for the doors. Of course, we do also on the other side. Sometimes you need to make a bit of space, and then you can push them backwards so they don't fall out. For the next step, we are going to make the doors. This is one part. This will be the, let's see, I think this will be the right door. We add this. Oh, here you see I've added a silver Y clip. Just use the black one. If you have silver ones, they look better, I guess. But I didn't include them in the lists, so I changed them here. You add this part, and then on top of it you add, you stick it in, and then you clip it at the end of the door, like that. Now your door is finished, and this rod will go into this hole. Start looking around. Now it will go into here, and then the other end will attach over there. What you now need to do is add a one-way connector. And as you can see, the doors move very nicely and close. Yeah. Now basically we built the same door on the other side. Even slightly deconstructing it so you have time to build. So it's basically these components, we attach them, the mirror, the end of the door, and the top parts that keeps everything together. Okay, we did the same thing. First we attach it to the hinge, and then to the end, and then we add the one-way connector. I'm sorry. We adjust the mirrors a little bit so it looks good. You can see the motion. Sometimes a bit rough, then we change it a little bit so it close nicely. And now I noticed that I forgot something, so what you do is you can just lift the bonnet. Deconstruct it and we attach this over here. But first we need to put this in the middle and then put it over. and that will also make the front end of the car much sturdier than it was before. So make sure this rod sticks out a little bit. And we reattach everything so it's firm in place. As you can see, I'm adjusting the height of the rod so it doesn't stick out on the bottom. Now we can attach the roof of the car. It's just with little piece. Connections are made. Then here's the side ends of the window. Make sure they are attached appropriately. If you turn them around, it's not a big deal. It's just the same thing. And then I think we add. So now your car has a front window. Now we move to the back of the car. This is one section of the rear light. Then deconstructing it slightly so you can see what's going on. You can see there's a rod locked in place, and then it comes apart. So here I make use of the secondary colors, or even tertiary colors, and primary color, because of course red is the standard color. I put in the rod, I move it for 45 degrees, and then I add these two-way connectors. And as you can see, the rod doesn't fall out, but I almost dropped the part. And here we just do the same thing, and it stays in place. Nice. Here you can just move them a little bit. Now we do the same thing for the other side, just mirror. I don't think I'm deconstructing it, maybe so slightly. No, I'm not. On the bottom we add this part, but with the black rod at the top. So these are just two silver 3D connectors. Then we have the other one, attach it on top and bottom. Now the rod is we attach it to top and bottom, and we can attach this to the end of the car. So we attach it to the blue rod. If it's not sticking out far enough, pull it out a bit. And here we go to the last part of the video. It's basically just rounding things up. We add this structure back. It's not very complicated, it's just here we add the spoiler. I don't think I'm going into the spoiler very much, but it's not that complicated. Just a yellow rod, some ball joints, two ball joints, two black rods, two white clips, two two-way connectors, and I think you can see it from the pictures actually. These sides on the top of the roof, and of course the car needs wheels. So I have these rims. As you can see, here's the other type of rim that I like here. This one more. They're just attached to the Y clips. All this then you're kind of done. Congratulations. As you can see here, I was having trouble checking out the guys through. So thanks for watching.